Hello, everybody, and welcome to second virtual session for formal and informal assessment. All right, and we have Tracy Ann, I see you, and Jamie. Hi, Jamie. And who's below Jamie? With I can see a reddish hair with maybe a white curtain behind you. Hello? Who else is here? Oh, and Darren. Hi, Darren.
Hello.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hello. And Peterman. I see that name with no face. Okay. So, welcome. Is everybody tolerating me still?
Yes.
Good. Not that you have any choice. No, I'm just kidding. How are you doing? Anyway, is class going okay?
Busy.
Busy, I know. But we're almost like halfway done, so hang in there. No casualties, not even T. Okay, so anybody want to start off with some questions? Hello?
Yes, doctor, I have a question. Tracy Ann.
Tracy Ann. Hi, Tracy Ann. I see you now. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
I have a little concern concerning one of my quizzes.
Yes.
Could you possibly look it over for me, please? I am not able to see where I went wrong.
Okay. What quiz number?
Number 3.
Would you send me a short email on that?
All right, will do. Thank you.
Don't take it 19 times to get 100%, okay?
I won't.
Oh, you promise?
Yes.
No, you don't. Okay, what else? What else? Somebody else. Anybody want to talk about IEPs? I know we love them all, don't we?
I personally am new to the game, so I have no experience with them. So
That's how they got you in.
yeah.
I only did about 30,000 of them, and mine were 19 pages because we were under a consent decree. But anyway, I'm going to show you something. Has anybody looked at those assignments when you have to do parts of an IEP? Has anybody looked at that?
No,
Not yet.
but next week scares me when I look at all those assignments.
Oh, yeah, but they're not that bad. I'm going to show you something. You know, one of the things that you're going to have to do is once you figure out how to look at, you look at the team, you look at the, you look at the team, the Terra and the towel, and you're going to do the IEP for each part of that, like the reading part, the writing part, and the math part. And you're going to have to do a performance, present level of performance. You know what that is, PLEP?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tracy, you do that too?
No, this is my first.
Have you ever done an IEP, Tracy?
No, I haven't.
What are you doing? Are you teaching SPED next year?
I am new to the United States. I'm new to Nebraska. I'm new to special ed. So this is all new to me.
Oh, but do you have a job?
No, I'm not working. I just got here in May.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to show you the Kritzer way to do it, goals and objectives. But I don't want the people that are employed in districts to necessarily do it my way because every district has their own way. But this is how I do it. I'm going to show you. So once you already know the test score of the child, you need to make a goal for that area if they qualify. So like a reading goal and make 2 short-term objectives to go with reading, right?
Okay.
Or a math goal, maybe 2 short-term objectives, a writing goal, the same thing. So, excuse me. To me, I know every child is different, but there are similar ways to write these goals. Like, look, for example, I put these here for you. Dr. K's idea for goals. Here are some goals that you can use. Don't make it so difficult, and don't make the goals so exotic it's not even worth doing. Like the child will end up reciting 13 rules for commas. Who cares about that? To me. So here are my ideas for some easy type goals that are typical type goals. Wait, let me get rid of my pictures here and move this down so I can make this a little bit bigger. Look, if you start at second grade in 1 year, get to third grade. These are easy overall goals. Decode and comprehends like that. Here, short-term objectives.
Mhm.
Try to get a year's growth in decoding, maybe a year's growth in comprehension, with the accuracy statement. You see, I made some simple goals for people. Does anybody, you see that, Amanda and Kelly? Now, your district may want it different, but this is my way of doing it, and I picked the appropriate ones for the child. Here's a goal. This is a goal bank for you. Now, for the performance page, here is my boilerplate. If you spend too much time doing these IEPs, you're never going to get to the kid. Here is my idea. So I made a boilerplate page. Johnny is in reading. Johnny is stronger in decoding than okay, let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Johnny is a little bit stronger in decoding than comprehension. However, he is functioning considerably below grade level in all areas of reading. Johnny is unable to complete grade level assignments that involve reading. Johnny needs specialized instruction in reading. That's how I did it. Some districts want you to write more, but for some, this is good. In math, consider a goal for computation and a goal for problem solving or applied math. Johnny's better in problem solving than a calculation or whatever, vice versa. In written language, maybe a short-term objective for spelling and one for writing a good paragraph. Okay? So I provided you with some ideas. If you want to use these at your own risk. Your administrator your pointy-headed administrator, I shouldn't say that, might have a different idea. In my mind, not a better one, but just a different one. But I don't want you to get in trouble using my idea. But for my assignment purposes, I want you to use your districts, or if you don't have a district, use mine.
Thank you.
That helps.
Hey, Dr. K?
Yes, who said
My
that?
oldest son, Johnny, was wondering why you're talking about him.
Oh, well, I also have one for Susan, too.
Okay.
But anyway, and actually, my kids were named Jose and Maria, but that's a different story. Any other questions? Let me alert you to a couple of things coming up. Let me see here if I can find them. I got to move my people over there like that. All righty. Let's see what's coming up. The second reflection. Thank you for your kind words and and comments on the first one. What else is coming due? A lot. I know. But you know what? These are easy worksheets, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No? Oh.
I did have a question on chapter 3. It wants us to look at page 121 in our text.
Oh, yeah, but what
Is that the loose leaf thing?
Is electronic one?
I have the loose leaf.
Oh, God.
I found it on page 73 on Loose Leaf. It's figure 3.9.
Okay,
Thank
that's the
you.
one I looked at, but I wasn't sure if, I mean, I
Yes.
just wanted to make sure I was
I
looking
think
at
I sent that in some chat roll way back when.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
That's a really good diagram, by the way, because it shows the relationship between Z-scores and standard scores. And thank goodness standard scores are the same as IQ. That's how we know if a child's IQ is 100 and their achievement score is 80. There's a 20-point discrepancy. They qualify, right? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
But if the child is 110 and they have a 20-point discrepancy, that means it's a 90. They're not going to qualify because they're too high, huh?
Okay.
Does that make sense, Amanda? Did you know that?
Yep.
That's terrible because what we're ending up doing is we're excluding the brightest part of the LD population, aren't we? We need to change that. How do we do that? I don't know. It costs money, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we need to do a better job of implementing tier 1 intervention and tier 2 interventions and forget about labeling for LD. Okay, that's my opinion. It doesn't reflect the opinion of anybody else, probably. I don't know. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, Darren. Darian.
I'm going to be a sped teacher at a high school next year, and they
God bless
kind
you.
they emphasize transition.
Yes.
Any examples or thoughts on transition?
Yeah, they need to get a job when they get out, or they need to get prepped for college, or they need to get prepped for independent living, depending on what's appropriate. What's your population?
It's going to be a little over 1,000 people in this
No,
town.
I mean, what kind of kids are they? Are they college headed, or are they vocational headed, or are they maybe independent living headed?
Vocational, probably. A lot of them in this area, it's a high poverty area, so a lot of them will have
Where are you?
troubles. It'll be in Lexington, Nebraska.
Oh, it really is a high poverty, Lexington?
Yeah, I think so. High.
Okay.
Lots of diversity there, I think.
Oh, I know. Cool. I mean, at least it's not boring like everybody's white. No, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I came to Kearney, Nebraska 9 years ago. I went to a rodeo, and I come from Los Angeles, you know, the country of California. Anyway, okay. So, transition, you need to address it, but I don't believe we address it in this course. We don't, there is a I think it's in a different one, and you have to do a transition IEP in it.
Cool.
And I'll be honest with you, my last 20 years were spent in elementary K to 5. And I haven't done transition in a long time. But I do know that it needs to be appropriate, and I don't think a lot of these kids who we label LD get the right opportunities. Why are they taking science in high school? Why aren't they teaching how to do and make things and get good jobs? You know what I mean?
Makes
Right.
sense.
That's how
I
I
know,
feel.
but if it makes sense, we're not going to do that. Then we have to we have to sell it a different way, unfortunately. I don't know. It's difficult to make change. It's even more difficult in Thailand because we have no special ed law. So, I mean, if you can't just catch, can't. What else can I do for anybody?
Dr. K, I had a question. I understand mean, median, mode. I understand standard deviation, but for some reason, when it starts to get into the SEM, I'm lost.
Because here's the thing. Let's say a child has 100 IQ and an 80 standard score in reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get a 20-point discrepancy, right?
Right.
Right. He makes it, doesn't he? Okay. Now, let's say that same child, not 100, at an 81, 19, right? He doesn't make it.
Right.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous because the error, the standard error, let's say, is 3. So he really isn't an 81. He's somewhere between a 78 and an 84.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But we can't use standard error in discrepancy formula. That's what it means. Because
Okay.
the score isn't 1 point. We can say with 95% confidence, it's within 1 deviation of up or down, like that. Does that make sense, Kelly? You're nodding your head, so it might.
Yeah.
Okay. Tracy?
I'm good, doctor.
Good. Where are you from, Tracy? Texas?
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica, man. Wonderful. Wonderful. I've been there once on a cruise.
Okay, where did you go?
Oh, I can't tell you that. They fire me. I had a good time, though. If I can, I can't really remember it, though. Never mind.
Okay.
And I had dinner with a family, and we ate breadfruit and drank Tia Maria and coconut oil and rum and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, you had fun then?
Oh, very much. Very much. I was very young, and I don't do that anymore. What else? Anybody have another question about academics?
I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
I have a question about the IEPs again,
Yes.
because I'm going to probably dive into that tomorrow.
Yes.
You said something about a Prezi. Is that what you said?
A Prezi? What?
I don't know. Maybe I heard you wrong. We don't have to have it in like a PowerPoint presentation or anything, right?
What?
I don't know. Okay, I heard you wrong. Never mind.
This class doesn't have presentations like that. This
Well, that's
class,
what I thought.
I don't believe there's anything in there like that, is there?
Okay. No, I heard you wrong.
These are all related to the test, and what do you do about it on the IEP?
Right.
He said present level. Maybe
Present
that's
level, yes. That's the
Maybe.
present level of performance page 2 of the IEP, right? You know
Yep.
that that's the page that you got to write that whole page. That's why I gave you that boilerplate to look at. Maybe you can use that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Some people like to write 2 whole pages, like longhand and just, but, it takes a long time to do these IEPs. Okay. What else?
For the goals,
Yeah.
are there just 4 subjects usually for the goals? Or
Well,
is it,
I consider reading. What level are you at? Are you the high school guy again? High school, right? Okay.
yeah, high school.
You would ask me that. I don't know, but I know that in elementary we address reading, we address written language, we address math, we might address ESL, we might address vocational if it's appropriate. I'm not sure how you guys do that on the secondary. Anybody secondary out there?
I'm secondary, but I'm more like 7th grade. So I
So
don't
on
usually,
your IEPs, you address reading, math, and written language, right?
oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Depending upon if
I
they're,
think you would too, Darren. I think, Darren, you would too, but you better have a good vocational goal, I would think, too, or a behavior goal, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not, again, you don't have to worry about it. You're going to only worry about goals for reading, for writing, and for math in this course.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
I
good.
guess it must have an elementary bent to it. I did my first 4 years in high school. Kids complained in special ed. Kids complained about the baby work. When I went to elementary, there's so much more materials for students for elementary sped. High school,
Mhm.
a lot of high interest, low vocabulary type stuff. for high school, but I believe that a lot of our LD population could use vocational for high school. But unfortunately, when we used to have vocational ed, we only put our minorities in it. You know, we did it the wrong way. Now we can't do it anymore. We did it.
Gotcha.
We did it to isolate people socially. This is back in the bad old days, like before civil rights. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Now vocational has a bad name to it. Unfortunately, if we had done it the right way in the first place, maybe it would be better. I know one thing: I can't fix anything, and my plumber makes more money than I do.
Yeah. It's almost like affirmative action stuff.
Well, I mean, a lot of the civil rights things. I mean, special education. We have the strongest laws in the world for special education, and it came because everybody sued the government. People sued the government for everything. Amazing, actually. Actually, maybe we got too much, a little bit. I don't know. But I, put food on the table for me for 25 years. Resource room. Anybody else have a question?
No, doctor.
Who is my person? Oh, Miss Hawk, Melinda. You all right?
Yeah, I took a look at the bell curve that another student had suggested, and it looks like it matches what
Yes.
we're supposed to be looking for. So I think
Yes.
I'm on chapter 3.
Well, a question on that though. As far as average range, is that just one?
I don't even know what
place?
average range. Average range would mean between the 1 + 1 Z and minus 1 Z.
Okay. Okay. I
And
wasn't sure.
a Z is a standard deviation.
Mhm.
Visualize it this way. If average intelligence is 100, gifted is 130. That's 2 standard deviations above 100. Intellectual disability is under 70. That's 2 standard deviations below 100. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the visual
Okay.
of that. Okay. Anybody else?
So on the last question on chapter 3, if I'm looking for the average range of the percentile, and it
Well,
starts
for percentile, it would be percentile goes from 1 to 100.
okay.
So
It's only
an average range for percentile, I don't know. It would be 70 to I don't know. For percentile, what's the standard deviation for percentile? I can't remember. 70 to 80 is something. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
I don't have that visual in front of me. I don't think in terms of percentile like that. Standard score, average range for standard score is 70 to 130. That's very broad. That's average intelligence, 70 to 130. You're talking, I don't know. I want to compare Hy-Vee to Walmart, but maybe that's not appropriate. I mean, we're talking a big difference here. 70. So everybody is an. I mean, if you're if you're more than 2 standard deviations, you're getting toward 3 standard deviations. You're getting to the outlier range, right? Outliers. Geniuses or people who have severe mental disabilities. That's why we call it low incidence, because there's so few percentage-wise. Very unfortunate on the other end of it. Anybody else have a clue? Did I answer your question?
Kinda.
Oh, good.
I'm looking at the graph. I'll go back and look in my book for what it
All
said.
right. And there's people that are smarter than me on YouTube, by the way. And also, and there's some really entertainment. We're competing with the entertainment business, I think, online here. Anyway, anybody else? I didn't bring my dog for backup tonight. I was feeling pretty good about myself, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, at least you know that I grade pretty quickly, don't I?
Very.
All
It's
right.
really appreciated.
Well, I don't sleep well.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, you guys take care, all right?
All the best.
you.
And thank you.
And I've recorded this for anybody who didn't take it the first time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.